Hello everyone. Oh boy, we are back. We are back in the land of Icewind Dale. Apparently we are not in Kuldahar though. At least not yet. I don't know if we are gonna return to Kuldahar. We're gonna load the game to stream 01. There we go. What's the time right now? Hour 19. Oh yeah, I forgot that like... scrolling is a freaking dog. Oh yeah, what is the button again? There we go.
Very well.
Na 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 na.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see you standing there. What can I do for you? Or was there something I was supposed to do for you?
God, this music is so loud. But the problem is like not every music is loud. It's just this specific music is beyond loud. Oh god, it's speaking more than my voice. I think this is the first time we've met, isn't it?
Perhaps. Yes, I think I would have remembered you. I'm sure of it. I think.
And perhaps introductions are... actually no. I see, I'm Zealot. Who are you? Oh, Wig, welcome.
Introductions, of course introductions. Sometimes the ideas will start rattling around in my head, and I'll wake up to find I'm somewhere else. Or talking to someone else.
What do you mean?
My name's Fiddlebender. Oswald, that is. Well, Fiddlebender's my last name. My first name is Oswald, so it's Oswald Fiddlebender. A pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, Oswald. Is that your ship?
Ship? Oh, you mean this one here?
Yes, the one with the balloon on top.
You mean my airship? Yes, indeed. It's mine. Beautiful, isn't it? Didn't know which ship you meant at first, for there are many common ships about. But this one is quite extraordinary.
Okay, I don't like this Oswald. He's kinda a fucking asshole.
Most ships travel upon the water. This one, however, travels upon the air.
It travels upon the air.
Indeed it does. It was wondrous. Well, before it crashed in Targos. I flew it all the way from Kuldahar, you know.
Ah, that's Kuldahar mentioned from the first game. So what were you doing in Kuldahar?
Why, I live in Kuldahar with my niece, Marilee. I set up shop there after I landed in town. Well, crashed, really, but that's neither here nor there.
You crashed?
There's an awful lot of mountains around Kuldahar. Very confusing to fly through. Or around. It's hard to steer the ship when I'm in the lab, I've discovered.
So Vic, how are you? How are things on your end, buddy? Your lab?
Oh, didn't I tell you? But I must have.
Tell me what?
Why, I make potions. Among other things, I'm an inventor. I make things. And potions. Did I say that?
Yes, you did. Do you have any potions to sell? Oh, he does. Extra healing, elixir of health, potion of healing, antidotes, those are probably gonna be useful. Potion of freedom is definitely gonna be useful. Agility potions, heroism. Excuse me? Damn! This guy has some good shit. Hey, do you want this dead cat, my dude? Ooh, a potion bag would be really useful.
What? This won't be a problem.
Ah, welcome back. Something I can help you with? A potion to put some color in your cheeks, perhaps?
Not at the moment. We were more interested in your ship.
Ship? Oh,
Yes, that one.
you mean my airship?
Yeah.
Most ships travel up.
travels in
Indeed,
the
it
air.
does. It was wondrous. Well, before it crashed in Targos.
I'm in a classic
I
mode,
flew
work
it all the
road
way
station
from Kuldahar,
again.
you know.
Ah, a classic indeed. So, did the crash cause any damage to the hull?
Oh, yes, the damage there. Well, the landing here in Targos was somewhat bumpy, and it took some time to put out the flames and mend the wooden frame. And of course, there were all those potions that shattered in the crash and caused those nasty fires on the northern side of town. Fortunately, all the residents had already fled at my approach, so it was only a matter of time before the flames died down and we could approach the ship. Quite a mess, but we got it all sorted out.
Sounds like the damage was quite extensive. How did you fix it?
Oh, well, now that's another story. Had to fashion a spell of my own to mend the ship. Oswald's Mending, I call it. Quite catchy, I think. Getting the components for it can be quite exhausting, let alone remembering them. Wrote it all down in a book in the lab.
Like what components?
Let's see. There's spider silk, fresh spider silk, mind you, not old. Belladonna paste, crushed diamonds, some thrim extract, a little bit of iron ore, some wood, of course, unless you crashed on a house or near a big tree, in which case that isn't a problem. And, well, can't remember the last bits, but I have it all written down.
Oh hey puppy, welcome to the stream. So yeah, that sounds quite a list, especially with the crushed diamonds. Good thing you don't have to repair it again.
Very true, very true. Can't see this airship crashing anytime in the near future. Sturdy as a rock.
Rocks cannot fly, Oswald.
Well, of course they can. Just get a giant to throw them, and even the largest stone will fly like a bird. A very heavy bird, mind you, and no wings, but the principle is the same. Oh, didn't I tell you? Why, I make...
Okay. So, if our bard talks to him, the prices are basically the same. Okay, we'll buy the potion bag. That seems like a very good investment considering how many potions we are probably gonna be acquiring throughout the game. That does... Alchemist Fire doesn't count as a potion? Huh. Alright, so... let us continue the journey.
How can I forward?
Our character is a little tired. And by that I mean weakened. This door is nailed shut and it will not open. The house looks like it was abandoned recently. Yeah, what is this? This is like a circus? Circus? Didn't expect a fucking circus. Some weapons and shit. We will go to into the circus when we can, not right now. Just have exploration to do. Not a lot of exploration, mind you, just a little bit, just a fair bit. This card reminds you of a Amber Oak head, an Anquag. You shiver involuntarily. Lol. Our characters are shivering at imagination of Anquag. Also, do I have more heals by any chance?
How can I serve?
No.
Yes!
Yes! Okay, I guess yes.
You know I'm your best.
Do you have any...
I'm here.
Man, I need like
Yes?
healing stuff.
At once.
Okay, we have a lot of characters here.
It shall be done.
I love how my characters are just splitting up
I'm
every
always
time.
ready. Well, this is somewhat beneath me.
Silvery Moon. Sweet mornings and warm evenings to you, friend. I am Maxio of Silvery Moon. Are you the reinforcements? Yes, we recently arrived from Luskan. Ah, good. It gladdens me that Urbeck and I were not the only ones to come to the aid of the 10 towns. 10 towns, why did Bugbear have to hit me head? Please forgive my dwarven friend. He came all the way from the citadel of Anbar to aid Targos. A good fellow, but he's out his head right now. One too many blows for a Bugbear Morningstar, I'm afraid. As for me, A warrior on the southern plains fell under my sword, but over my leg. The good priest healed the flesh, but the bone will take a longer to mend. I'm just thankful we weren't killed. May better fortunes shine upon you, friend. Farewell. Kill me 20 orcs when I get out of this. Another warrior comes for healing from Ragni. The only people welcome in this house are those who give or take blood. Are you one of the brave, or are you just another talker? Cassandra is my name. I am here to inspire the fallen with song, to stir their hearts, and calm the... Still your wagging tongue! You waste breath while brave men gasp their last, not a league from where we stand. So Master Ragni, calm yourself. These people are here to help. There's no time to bicker. Enough! In your prayers, Bard, count yourself tomorrow blessed that Denham talked me out of bashing your foolish head. Wow, this guy really hates Bards. Holy shit. This guy hates Bards more than one of my old DMs. Who literally he got red. Like literally red in the face if you mentioned wanting to roll a Bard. I seek healing. Should be good enough. Okay, we can get some good healing here. There's a lot of things. This resurrection is 200. Wow, that's really cheap. I like that.
Something interesting, I hope. Of course. Lover.
Yes. Ah, you must be the reinforcements. I'm afraid your boat from Luskan may be the last until we break the horde. I'm Denman Fisher, priest of the Red Knights. Do you need healing? How goes the battle? It goes poorly. We were unable to make decisive strike against the goblins when they attacked the palisade wall. Poorly, ha! Denham we did fine. We knocked back every mob that came forward. 'Tis not the point, Swordmaster Ragni. The intent was to test our defenses, not to penetrate them. When they return, organized and bolstered by bugbears, it will not be easy to turn them away. I apologize for deigning to debate with my esteemed colleague. Is there anything I can help you with? So who is the Red Knight? The Red Knight is a young goddess sponsored by the Church of Tempest. Once a mortal, the Red Knight is a patron of strategy and tactics. Some might say she's the result of natural evolution of warfare. The natural evolution of warfare? Ahem. Others might disagree. If you have any questions about how to be more effective in battle, please ask me. Is there anything else I can help you with? Oh, what's the best way to deal with bugbears? Bugbears are fearsome adversaries. Not only do they hunt in disciplined, intelligent packs, but they also are quick and strong. Their favorite weapon, the Morning Star, has little difficulty against chainmail that many soldiers wear. If you expect to fight bugbears, get a good suit of splint mail. You need not worry about bugbear shamans and sorcerers. War parties like this are dominated by bugbears seeking glory at the end of the Morning Star. Okay, what about orcs? Orcs are dangerous opponents in hand-to-hand combat, as well as at the range. They are not agile or cunning as goblins, but they make up for the deficiencies with brute force. Orcish shamans often rail against arcane magic because it is so often practiced by the hated enemies, the elves. Fear the Orcish shamans of Grumsh, for they are mighty in spiritual magic. That is everything. We got some information, you know, in case you, like, never heard of orcs.
On it.
Like, imagine playing Icewind Dale 2 and, like, you've never heard of orcs. Oh, that's useful. That's very useful. Okay, we have a healing spell.
Of course. Lover.
Good day, there. Are you with the reinforcements from Luskan? Yes, we're here to help. Who are you? Thank goodness. I am Diego Elmswood. I came when I heard Bremen was under attack. I had friends there, but I'm sad to say that... Please excuse me if I have trouble talking about it. I understand, Eagle. Farewell.
Speak your mind. Onward.
Okay. Let's keep moving.
At once.
Trade depot with the Weeping Widow. So, I know the Weeping Widow here has like a thingy.
Forward.
Yeah, like at night there's supposed to be a lady here.
Very well.
That seems to be like spooking. Oh, there she is.
Fine.
Alright, I'm
please talk to
definitely
us
gonna
about
save
people.
before I talk to her.
Of course. Lover.
Who is this, my weeping eye see? Not my Donovan, but a woman of flesh and bone. I'm not this Donovan you speak of, spirit. Who are you that haunts this place? In life Vera was the name I bore. Such empty names mean nothing now. It carried worth only upon my husband's lips. So why are you weeping? Sorrow consumes me. My tears are for my lost husband, who promised once to return, yet I wait still. I will return. Okay, so we gotta help her, but maybe we can
Your
ask
command.
around.
Onward.
Maybe we can like ask around and figure out more about her.
Agreed.
Oi, oi, mate. Do you know about some kind of Donovan? She seems to be waiting for her husband. Do you know who that might be? A fisherman named Donovan, I think. A little thick in the skull, but solid in a bellow. Big-hearted. Spent most of his nights down at the Salted Dog. He lost himself in a storm on Mare Dordon. Drowned himself, most like. I see. So his body was never turned up. Well, no. Not that I heard. But most reckoning he drowned. He probably had one too many tankards, and with the rough weather on the lake during the storms, well... You can guess what happened. What about his ship? Well... There's wrecks across the bed of Mare Dordon. The pieces of them wash up here and now. If you know the name of the ship, mayhaps a piece of it turn up somewhere? Who would know the name of the ship? Gohar, the barkeeper at the Salted Dog, would most like know the name. He has lost pieces of ships hanging from the rafters of the dog, he does. Okay. I'm figuring this out slowly.
At once.
My friends, please keep going.
At once.
Wow, remember when we were here and we were like kicking the asses of just about everyone? Oh yeah, we can actually talk to this guy. Okay. I do kinda like that I like immediately figured this out. Now, I could be getting baited. I don't actually know. Please enter.
Very well.
Welcome back. What will it be for you this time? Do you know anything about a fisherman named Donovan? Carl Hurets told me he used to drink here. Oh, Carl Hurets said that, did he? I remember Donovan. Died years ago. Lost on the Mare Dordon. So you'll have no luck finding him now. How do you know he's dead? Found his skip washed up on the shore. Is out now. Found a few winters ago. Poor Donovan, good fellow. But I couldn't owe this ale, and he wasn't too sharp either. You have a piece of his boat? Could I have it? Well, yeah. I have it laying around here about as pickled as Donovan himself. If you want it, it's yours. It's the least I could do after you drove those ratty goblin bastards of the dogs. I appreciate it. Here we go. Viera's gaze, right there on the brow. Names of his poor wife, I think. Heard she passed away from grief. Man. The story's getting more and more sad.
Of course.
Seriously, the story is getting, like, more and more sad with this lady. I mean, she's dead, so obviously this story was never going anywhere nice. You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Of
Alright.
course.
So let's go back to the lady, I guess. Hopefully it's still time? Yeah, it's still time. It doesn't look like it's night, but apparently it's night.
Forward.
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 Forward. Okay, there she is.
This better be good.
Okay, take this. Is that it? The ship prow.
A petty task indeed.
Okay, I'm gonna save before I talk to her in case there's like a skill check that I will fuck up. Yes, I will say scum this shit if needed. I found a piece of Donovan's ship, Vera. I hope that the knowledge of his fate will bring you peace. So death has returned to death. A husband's promise at last fulfilled. His fate shall anchor, mine no longer. Rest now, Vera. Let yourself move on to the death's realm, as was intended. First, a debt must be settled. As you return my husband to me, I will return a boon in kind. A boon? From my lips, a warning to you. The sign of the Chimera comes to Targos. It will devour you if you do not take action. Chimera? What do you mean? If you fail in your quest, many shall perish. The dead of Targos shall outnumber the living, and this city shall become but a memory. For my sake, for the sake of my husband, protect Targos from what comes, or more widows' tears shall be shed. Very well, I shall take your words to heart. Long have I waited for my husband's return. I will help you by keeping watch here, until such time as I can pay my debt in full. If I find a way for you to aid us, I will return. Oh, shit, we leveled!
I am here.
Let's go! Our first level up, we have not even, like, actually done our job. Obviously, we are gonna level up as a paladin. We are going to... Oh, only one skill point. Oh, diplomacy it is. Alright, fighter. Hide. It's going to stretch. Alright, so what do we want to do with you, buddy? Yeah, I could give him a great sword point so that he could actually be good with great swords eventually. Yeah, let's do that. Or not. You're just gonna have 2 tanks instead of 1. I feel like that's gonna be kinda useful. I mean, improved initiative seems like a just straight up useful thing for on anyone if I don't know what else to do with them. Now with you, rogue level, bluff, disable device, hide. There we go. Honestly, you should be the one using wands and such. You're much better at it. Level of druid. Wilderness lore for now. Alright, you obviously wizard. Obviously concentration, alchemy, knowledge arcana, spellcraft. And I guess gonna put more in hide, sadly. Or move silently. I guess Wilderness lore. And last but not least, our bard. Bluff, diplomacy, hide, move silently, use magic device. Give you more spells. We can get healing. And we can get mage armor. Alright.
Ready and waiting.
What are you suffering from? Oh, aura of courage because paladin, obviously. That's journal. That's spellbook, there we go. What do you have here? You have one spell slot available. What does this do? I mean, another cure would be useful here. For you, we have not many very useful spells right now. I mean, Mage armor. And for you... Oh yeah, you are bard, you don't prepare your spells. Okay. This is pretty cool UI, I have to say.
How can I help? How can I serve? At once. It shall
Alright,
be
we can
done.
talk to you. I put that woman's spirit at ease. You shouldn't hear any more weeping from now on. Nay, truly, I bring up miracles, are ye. Blessed I am for your efforts. Thank you, friends. Thank you greatly. It pleased me to help you and the spirit. No thanks is necessary. I shall speak well of ye. I shall tell everyone in Targos. You soon know how much ye've helped me. Thank ye again, friend. A helpful hand in these difficult times is worth its weight in gold. Must take my leave. Very well. So we need to like figure out a way how she could help us, but I don't know like how much more she could help us. Like she already helped us
It
so
shall be
much.
done.
Okay, we need to figure out like someone who would fix this. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna figure out if I can do anything in
It
here.
shall be done.
What? A petty task indeed.
Yeah, what do you have to sell? Nothing much, really. Sadly. I'll be completely honest, I was kinda hoping that I would get some, like, interesting items out of that quest, but we did get XP, and XP has its value in, well, gold. Oh, yeah, I can sew these.
Yes? Very well.
Yeah, by the way, this is gonna be a very slow playthrough because, again, it's my first time playing this. I've never, like, gone through this before.
Agreed.
And I am playing this in a very janky kind of way, you know, like, I can... The screen is so tiny for me. For you, it's normal sized, but for me, it's so small. It is so beyond small.
It shall be done.
Yes, what do you want? Very well, but time is short.
Okay, so he has nothing to say. What about you, lady? Oh, it's closed. I do wish it would be easier to tell when something is open or not. Okay, so we're just getting forever stuck in a conversation there. So that's not very helpful.
Very well.
Is the world getting like a different tint, like a different color tint? Yo, actually, could I talk to you about fixing the crane?
Ah, welcome back. Something I can...
Okay, so you know, he doesn't have anything. So yeah, we might as well keep moving. I'm gonna go over here and see if I can maybe figure out how to help the diviner. That could be useful. Like, this seems to be the temple, right? Yeah, I think that's the diviner right there. One of these is the diviner. The snows birth goblins, splintered forests of dead trees, a circle of teeth, screaming rivers silenced by wood and ice, a stone. It's a stone that beats like a heart. Valen, can you hear me? Lady Eleafra asked me to try to help you. Brag. The foul stuff. Goodable drinks? We'll see if Goodable has some bride and... Okay. I guess we are going back to Gutterwolf. There's a lot of back and forth right now. Which, with me not being able to scroll the map correctly is definitely a wee bit annoying. Again, not the game's fault, it's the fault of me playing this game in 2023 and this game not running very well anymore. There's probably some like fan-made patches and shit that I could have applied. I just didn't know about them, is the problem.
Onward.
Onward. Okay, so we need to go to Gutterwolf. I'm gonna have my bard speak to Gutterwolf. Because she is the best at talking. She's the most awesome. Alright.
You know I'm your best, I guess.
If I talk to him, I will save, because this guy looks like if he gets angry, he could just like break me in half. I have some questions. Okay, I'll buy a drink. Tell me about yourself. What do you have? Okay. There we go. There's the... Oh god, it's expensive. Okay, this better be worth it. Jesus fucking Christ, that shit is expensive. That shit is incredibly expensive.
Speak your mind.
This better be worth it.
Of course.
This better be worth it. I do like how very slowly everything turns into darkness.
It
It's
shall be
actually
done.
very subtle, like, if you are not specifically perceiving it, it's like quantum darkness. If you don't perceive it, it's very slow. Na 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 na.
Very well.
I'm always ready. I guess.
Okay, we can talk to this man. I had a bribe with me, drink it all down. Get that swill away from me. I feel like someone poured lava in my guts. Are you alright? Alright, I just spent the last few days having visions of Targos in flames burning in my head, but I'm awake now, and that's the important thing. So what happened? The last thing I remember was preparing myself to divine the location of the goblin encampment, and then there was this pain followed by a storm of visions, and then I awoke. Did you find where the goblins are striking from? No. Whoever the encampment is, someone or something is watching over it, and sight such as mine can focus on it. As soon as I set my mind adrift to seek it out, it felt as if 1,000 spears were being stabbed into my head. Some sort of scrying defense, but one more powerful than I have ever encountered. I did not think that goblin shamans could weave such magics. Looks like we'll have to seek out the fortress ourselves then. No, I think the fortress will seek you out. If the visions are true, I see a woman. She will show you the way, but her face is clouded, and her mind is distracted by thoughts of another. A friend or lover, perhaps. She will come in time, and we must hold the Targos until then. Anything else you can tell us? Yes. There is one vision that I must share with you, a warning. I saw you traveling upon a ship that flew upon the winds. If this vision comes to pass, make sure you are well equipped for a long journey, for you will not be able to return to Targos until your matters here in the north has been settled. It sounds like Oswald's ships. Perhaps. If it is, I know that you must not speak to him of it. There is a strange power in his ignorance, and I see that the same ignorance being your salvation. Thanks for the information, Valen.
Your command? It shall be done.
Captain Mariner, is that you, Captain? It's me, Garridan. No, I'm not Captain Mariner, I'm Zealot. Who is this Captain Mariner? Captain Mariner is leading the reinforcements from Neverwinter. I was sent ahead as a scout. The way our back is cut off, I don't know if I will ever see Reyna again. Who is Reyna? Oh, Reyna is my beloved. We were to be married soon. Now I don't know if I will ever make it back to Neverwinter to see her again. Go on. I wrote a letter to my love, but I'm stranded here. If only I could get to Captain Mariner from Neverwinter, he could give it to my dear Reyna. I could take the letter for you, Garridan. Oh, you could you? I know I must seem rather childish and soft-hearted for such a request, but my love is my life. I thank you. Give my regards to Captain Mariner. Very well. Okay. Oh yeah, there's more. Okay. Okay, so far so good. I think we are doing a pretty good job.
At once.
We are healed up. We have power. Don't mind me, just some arrows. You know, spreading the arrow cheeks. Could never have enough arrows.
I am here. It shall be done.
Can you let us through the gate? I, Ubrecht, sent a runner with the word that I was to let ye pass. I unlocked the gate for ye, and you're free to come and go as you please. Though if the goblins try to take Targos again, I will need to look it up again, right quick. I understand, farewell. Okay. Let us save. Ooh, that load.
Agreed.
Look at this music. See, my mouse is acting up. It has been acting up for a very long time. Swift Thomas.
Something enters off course. But what exactly?
Okay, I need to lower the audio of the music. It's way too fucking loud. Jesus fucking Christ. You're one of the mercenaries that slaughtered those goblins and the dogs, aren't you? I wish I could have been there. Yeah, let me tell you. We could have used a hand or two. The Targos guard was scattered like geese. I still wish I could have seen it. My name's Thomas. I'm a fast shot with a bow, but they won't let me man the walls, so mostly they just ask me to run around every which way delivering this and that. I've gotten pretty good at covering the town by foot. I have, that's why they call me Swift Thomas. Alright. Well, everybody's got to serve somebody. Do you know where I can find the commander of the guard? Yep, he's in the building behind me. He's pretty busy, so don't get too mad if he yells at you or threatens to feed you to the dogs. After the Urberg's welcome, I doubt anything could anger us now. Farewell, Thomas.
Ready and wait at once.
I'm just trying to find as many weapons as I can. This appears to be a gallows for untapped wine casks. The grime must be further untapped. Who are you? Niles? You're one of those sellswords from Luskan, aren't you? As it happens, so am I. Say, look friend, you got anything to keep the chill out of my bones? I'm in sport and some ale would do nicely. Look, the goblins could attack any second, and the last thing we need are drunk soldiers in the field. Get back to your post. Just piss off then, some brother in arms you are. Perhaps you don't think I was serious about you reporting to your post. That somehow Targos' safety isn't something that I take seriously. No harm meant. Slip of my tongue is all. 100 apologies, alright? Wow. I was willing to excuse your behavior as simple fatigue, but if you choose to drink yourself into a stupor while goblins threaten Targos, I will see it your contract is revoked and you are relieved of duty. Now report to your post. We've got a battle to win, goddammit. Yeah, I'm off. We'll just keep it between you and me, and alright? About the drink, eh? Just be careful. Wow. Wow. Just be watchful for goblins and stay off the bottle. Wow. Wow. That was amazing. I'm sorry, that was amazing. That was like 10 out of 10. It's like really cool to have a paladin here who is like very obviously, you know, a military person. Yeah. What are you staring at? Just a shield here on the rack. It's a beautiful piece of work, isn't it? I finished the last touches on it yesterday, as it's solid as a wall. Yes, beautiful work. Funny thing is, I noticed I can't seem to get the shield when you were standing there. I wanted to pick it up and admire it. Well, actually, no offense, man, but I'm sort of keeping an eye on things here. Wouldn't want one of the hired companies helping themselves to the equipment. You know, I might never get it back. No offense taken. Say, weren't they looking for you at the northern wall? They were? Why? I don't know. But whoever it was, they were pretty angry about something. I think I heard them say, if that's idiot off staring at the weapon rack again, I will put him on the rack. Oh no, but I was only standing here for an hour or two, maybe 3. Maybe he meant someone else. To be honest, it was hard to tell. Past all the curses the captain was spouting. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm pretty sure that was an evil option. I have to go. Pardon me, I must take my leave. Farewell. Hope you aren't in too much trouble. LOL? LOL? Hey, Shadow, welcome to the stream, man. We just tricked a man. We completely bamboozled the dude. Okay, I should probably go back to the captain and like actually talk to him about the situation here. By the way, how are you, Shadow? How is the stream?
Agreed.
Ah, god damn it, it's locked.
Hey, you need on it.
Hey, you did it! Testing. Still testing, eh? Any success or anything? Yoink!
How can I serve?
Yoink! Yep, 0 latents working still, everything is okay. Happy to hear that, my dude. This is probably not a game that needs 0 latency.
At once.
Ah, you must be the company from Luskan Ulbrich spoke of. I heard of your actions at the docks, quite impressive. Never again will I say anything good. I will say nothing good ever comes from Luskan. Lord Ulbrich told us to report to you for our assignment. Of course, you have to come and serve in the Targos guard. Let me inform you of your duties and your keep. Pay is 1 gold coin a 10-day, payable in a month advance, and for your actions upon the docks, Ulbrich has authorized me to reward you with an additional sum. If you do not have equipment, then you will need to visit the galore trading depot in town to purchase what you need. If you are wounded while serving the guard, report here, and Nolan, in the corner there, will tend to your wounds. If you do not have lodgings, then we will make arrangements for you to be lodged here on the grounds. Or have one of the abandoned buildings in town. We can make our own arrangements. Where's our post? Each company serves a rotation on the palisade. Of late, most of the efforts have been focused on the construction of the palisade rather than manning it. And that will be your first assignment. There is a breach in one of the outer palisade walls from the last attack. Our engineer, Olap Tamewater, has told me he is in need of wood to repair it, but there seems to be some trouble in getting it from the docks. I do not have time to attend to the matter myself. Seek Olap out and find out what he needs. You should be able to find him at the northeast palisade. Now make haste. The goblin could attack us at any time. Okay. Alright. Jesus. Look, mercenary, if you have any goblin wounds you need me to tend, fine. But I'm in no mood for any more cases of frostbite, understand? Who are you? I'm Nolan. I'm the healer here at the palisade. If you're in need of serious healing, however, I'd head to the pavilion inside the gates. Those two blustering war priests could help you more than I could. No, I've got an assignment. I'm supposed to report to an engineer named Olap and help him if I can. The dwarf? Well, last I heard of Olap was at the northeast palisade. Okay, I have questions. Yes? So you're a priest? Indeed, I am in service of Walking. I was shipped to Targos as penance by my superior, Quinn Silverfinger. That little runt claimed greed ran too thick in my blood, so I was sent here to seek out the new trade routes. Ridiculous pretense from a ridiculous halfling. In any event, since my attempts to convert the local drunks, barbarians, and those damn nature worshippers in the south to see the possibilities of trade have been proven all but worthless, my job is to help Targos guard and try to keep the man from bleeding to death with a goblin arrow. So this filthy shack is now my base of operations. If you're in need of healing, you will find me here. Wow. There's also a problem with nature worshippers? Well, I admit I don't care much for nature priests and their penniless ways, or even rangers in general. I wouldn't mind having a few more on our side right now. Why? We could use more men that know the land surrounding Targos. Or at least, are more in tune with nature. Their tracking skills could help us find a goblin camp. Maybe even use their magic to enlist some of the tundra animals to tear those goblins apart. That'd be something indeed. Magic? Yes, well, now I understand. I don't bear any love for their questionable faith and total disregard for wealth and trade, but I've seen druids and experienced rangers cause the ground to sprout vines and tangle the entire hordes of goblins. That little entangling enchantment makes goblins quite easy pickings for archers. Any other spells or charms you think are useful? In mercenary companies in the south, there was nothing better than a wizard with sleep magic. Even one of those spells can turn the tide of battle if you get a clump of enemies together. Goblins, orcs, wolves, they just lie down and take a nap. And you can put them to sleep permanently with a hammer to the skull. I kinda like this dude. Till then, though, we have to make do with Oswald's bottles of flaming oil. That's good enough for scattering goblins when there are no mages about. Though, should be a flask or two in one of those crates in there if you haven't planted them already. Wow! He called me out! He called me out! He called me out. I love it. The game actually called me out on my stealing. So, what were you saying before about enlisting animals? Okay. What happens if a druid talks to him? So you have returned. Are you in bed? Nature is indeed a powerful ally, and that spell is at my command. Any other spells or charms I should think? Oh. Whoa. Okay, I just accidentally clicked outside of the window. That's gonna happen a lot. But it did spook me quite a lot.
Very well.
The dude was shit-talking my druid, and my druid just came in and was like, sorry, what did you say? Could you say that to my fucking face? Do I have to shoot you with a bear, my dude? Oh shit, bolts. And a crossbow.
Fine. This won't be a problem.
So I'm trying to save before I talk to anyone in case I like really fuck it up. If you come because of Shawford told you to check on us, tell him we've almost got trouble fixed, alright? I will do that. Did you build this catapult? Me? Build this piece of wood rod infested junk? No. I had no part of this. We built some of the other catapults in the compound, but this one we pulled from one of the merchant ships in the harbor. Okay. You mentioned there were some troubles with it. Need any help with it? Well, now it's this catapult. Been giving us trouble is all. Nothing we can solve. Need any help? No, I'm handling it. Now, look, you best get to your post. The catapult arm needs some more support, or it's liable to snap in the first time it's fired. It looks like all you need to do is hammer those nails back in place. Yes, I know that. A simple hammer and the problem would be fixed in no time. But for the last time, this is no concern of you. Now get to your... Need a hammer? I have one you can use. By the gods, are those ears of yours just for show? I don't want a hammer. I don't want you to fetch me one. I want you to go about your business and leave. Look, you've already done most of the work, and we don't have anything to do. Why don't you let us pitch in? Alright. I need the help. This damnable club is worthless for pounding nails in these supports. So yes, if you have a hammer, that will be a help. Of course, here. It looks like pounding in those third and fifth nails should be enough. I would just need to borrow the hammer for a moment. Oh, well, you might want to take a few steps. Why? Damn that nails, make a fool of me, will you? I will smash you into the house. Take this and this. Not so smart now, are you? Now stay in. In! Wow. Whoa. Whoa, someone's obviously married. Hold on. Here's the hammer back. Gods, I need a drink. Yeah, you might want to save some of that for the coming battle, friend. Farewell. Wow. That was horrifying. How?
Speak your mind.
That was legit horrifying. This man is scary and he's a maniac. Every person here is a freaking maniac.
It shall be done.
Okay, so this catapult is now fixed. It will be able to catapult. You want your catapult to be able to catapult, because if it doesn't catapult, then why the fuck do you have a catapult, right?
Your command, onward.
Come on, you dogs! You want the goblins to use you to sharpen their axes? Look alive! Move, you lost? You know, you're running these men ragged. If you really want to get the most out of them, you will need to inspire them, not beat them down. Oh, really? Then by all means, go to it, so show me what you're really then. I'll keep the hells out of you. Very well, recruits, gather around. Holy, alright, I do see what you mean. Damn, I'm itching to crack some goblin skulls now. You don't even tell me what I said? That's lame. Let a feeling guide you, and you will cleave through the goblins like wheat. I kinda like this though. We are just going around, we are just being like awesome peoples. I clicked outside the thing again. You know, we are just being good people, we are just teaching these motherfuckers how to be less horrible and less terrible.
Of course. Lover.
Oh, I didn't see you step into the shadow there. You remember one of the mercenary companies? You alright? You seem a little distant. I suppose I was. This building here used to be my home. It's tough to see it like this. And even tougher to have to tear it down. This building used to be a home? It was, until the first goblin raiders hit Targos, they tore down every building they could sink their claws into. Then the warg riders leapt into Targos' wall and started torching the building. That would explain the wretched homes in town and along the docks. It counts for some of them, Many folks of Targos fled after the first goblin raid, and we were so starved for lumber, we started to take apart the burned homes. And the homes that were abandoned. We're turning Targos into a shell what it once was. It's a sad thing to see. I mean, it's war. Is that why you're tearing down this building? Aye, it is. Though it pains me to do so, we're in a bad way when it comes to wood. And we need the palisade if we're to survive another goblin raid. I mourn your loss. Farewell. I enjoy talking to some of these people. They seem very normal. You know, they seem very people. Trainee. 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 Weapon instructor.
How can I serve? Onward.
No time to banter with your sword. I got to keep this sorry batch over. You there! Did I tell you to stop? Keep at it. You know, I notice these recruits tend to extend too much when they attack. It leaves them vulnerable to an attack opportunity. An attack opportunity? What in the hell are you talking about? Unless I see you split that keg, get out of here. Damnable mercenaries always butting in. You there! I said keep at it. Split the keg, huh? Alright. What in the hell do you think you're doing? I'm trying to train these men. It's hard enough without some fool running in, breaking kegs left and right. Who are you? I will see that you're serving double time on the wall. Like I said, before I notice these recruits tend to extend too much when they attack. It leaves them vulnerable to an attack opportunity. What are you on about? If they don't use the spear's reach, then how? Let me show you. Can I borrow your spear for a moment? Alright, here you are. Now gather around, man. This little sellsword's going to show us Targos soldiers that what we are supposed to be defending our city. This gotta be rich. Thanks for the spear. See, if you keep your strike within the distance, you can jab. Then defend, then strike again. Understand? Well, now that's a good technique. Did you catch all that, man? Also, if you are working in tandem with another spearman, he can lance in while the other one is defending, and you can take down your opponent in no time. Thanks, Sellsword. That's sound advice. Might even have some lives when the goblins attack. It was my pleasure. Farewell. Wow, these people suck.
Yes?
Just pretend the keg's there.
Forward.
Should we just attack the air? Oh my god, these guys are so bad at their job. I love it. These guys are amazing but terrible at their job. Another drill sergeant that I have to talk down. I'm trying to increase the morale of this place. Come on, you dogs. You want the goblins to use your sharp...
Your command?
It's in the northeast. There's another one. I wish there would be like a button that shows me all of the names of the characters. So I could tell which ones are the ones I'm supposed to talk to. Also, man, it's still hot. Still like melting here. Fine, thanks, or farewell.
I am here. Very well.
Is this man okay?
Ready to...
Is this man okay?
Yes.
I'm trying everyone.
Yes, I understand.
Literally everyone. No one can talk to this man. Nope.
Ready and waiting. Onward.
No one can talk to him. Gabble. Cadence. Cadence with K, not C. What is Mortal Kombat?
A petty task indeed.
Oh, that's it, Cadence. You almost had it. If we were trying to shoot the moon, that is. I'm going to wipe that grin off your face, you jackal. The goal's as good as mine. One more arrow, and I will send it tumbling off the wall. We'll see. Oh, greetings. We were just engaged in a bit of sport. No harm meant. There's a barrel at the top of the wall, just to the north of us. You might not be able to see it at the moment with that strange fog that comes up. Wow, this game is so self-aware, what the fuck? Well, my friend Cadence and I have a wager. Whoever is the first to knock the barrel from the wall wins a whole month's wages. Your wages, Gabble, your wages. Fine talk, Cadence. But you've been at it for an hour now, and tomorrow... Okay. For gold? By the gods, I had no idea Targos is paved with such riches. Can I try? Of course, Cadence, hold a moment. This mercenary wants to try his hand at knocking the barrel off. What do you say, mercenary? 4 gold if you knock, How about the 10 gold? Done! Go on. Take all the time you need. If you knock it from the wall, you won. Come on. There we go. Smug looking barrel. What is this? Well done. I suppose you'll be wanting your payment now. Yep, 10 gold, I believe. There you are. You stripped me of my wages. Oh, have you know? To the winner goes the spoils. Sorry.
How can I help?
I'm old. This won't be a problem.
Yeah, no more betting. Never have I seen anything satisfying as someone wiping a jackal's smile from the gobble's face. It was a welcome sight to see, it was. You can be a right ass sometimes. Well, sometimes a lesson is worth more than winnings. Well, teaching Gabble a lesson was worth it. Here, take the dude I was going to pay Gabble. And here's an extra something to keep the chill off. Thanks, Cadence. What did I get? Another bottle of wine? God, I have 2 bottles of wine now.
How can I serve? It shall be done.
Nothing there. Wow, I haven't only explored like half of this place. I wish I could like control the map
Yes?
with like a mouse. That would be pretty nice. You probably can in the original, but I cannot in this. Because, you know, well, this is the original, but what I mean by that is the way I'm streaming it. I can't. This is gonna be fun siege, I can already tell. Abort. Before I talk to you.
Something interesting, I guess.
Haven't found a captain yet, but I'm still looking. I sure don't want to get into any trouble. Take all the time you need. I'm sure that weapon rack you were watching is still safe. LOL.
Speak your mind. It shall be done.
Okay, so this is the main gate. To be honest, they actually built this pretty well. Like, all things considered, this is not bad construction whatsoever. Still have not found the dwarf. Maybe I haven't passed him accidentally. That could be a possibility. That's a lot of archers. Isherwood. Archer. Archer. Archer.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Ugh.
What you be needing, friend? If you brought any arrows for trade, then you're doubly welcome along the western wall. Actually, we're looking for the engineer by the name of Olap. Can you help? Old Stunty? Don't know for sure, but the moment I hear... Okay. Oh, we can also go, like, over here.
Your command?
What
is it
fine.
you need?
Just
It shall
please
be
tell
done.
me
Is
this
this
isn't
a
going to take
click all
long.
button? Yeah,
am
that
here.
is a click all button. So what's going on with you, sir? Looking for your post? Yeah, I'm on an assignment from for Shawford. What's this closure here? This is the Tooth Circle. I believe that's what they call it. Uber had us build it along the... Okay, so what is it used for? Once we realize we might be facing a goblin tribe or more, Uber had us build this. Apparently goblins tend to charge full ahead, and this enclosure is designed to hurt them if they break through the gate. We are building platforms on top of the closure for archers and spearmen, and it is hoped that once the raiders are lured into the span, we can wipe them out while keeping our losses to a minimum. But what's to guarantee the goblins will be driven in here? Right now, there's gaps near the front of this circle, and the goblins could run right around the closure. I fear it won't be complete before the goblins choose to attack us again. If so, then we should expect a tough fight if they break through the gate. Speaking of which, can you open the... Yeah, so this is probably not gonna work very well. I mean, interesting idea, don't get me wrong. But they are throwing everything in the kitchen sink at this idea. Yep. That's definitely a hole. That is absolutely a hole. Seems every time I turn around, the ground is sprouting another crop of cell sorts. Have you a post to report to? If no, go to the shore in the meeting house to the south. He can help you. Actually, he told us to report to you. Ah, you did? Excellent. I have an own command now, do I? Well, you put your swords and weapons away because that's the last thing I need. Was this problem? Yeah, see this section of the wall here? Well, I can patch it with thin air. So what do we need to fix it? Oh, I already have the wood I need to fix it in town. But what I need is a way to get it here to the palisade. And a mule-headed merchant lumber ground wall is being difficult. He's the one we've contracted to deliver the lumber. I already spoke with him. He says the crane is broken and he fears anyone else moving the lumber out of fear. Basically, we already spoken to him. Damnable humans. By Clankin's fists, some of them have heads as thick as dwarfs. Broken cranes, huh? Then a flywheel probe is snapped off again. Can you fix it? Well, an engineer I may be, but a carpenter I'm not. At least, not the skill of my father. Go seek out Jorun at the docks, and see if he can help that veiling babe Grunwall repair the crane and assure the cattle-mouthed greed merchant is still at his commission. Can you get us a guide to take us there or bring him here, perhaps? I'd rather not abandon the palisade while Targos is in danger. You have a point, alright. But those Swift Thomas to the fastest route through Targos, just send him back right quick, alright? I've spoken to do. Where do I find him? Alright. Interesting. Interesting feature. I'm like constantly more and more surprised by like everything that this game does. Why did I never touch this before? Well, again, because this came out at a somewhat of a... You know, this came out at somewhat of an awkward time. Olaf told us you could show us the fastest route through Targos. Okay then, where do you want to go? The docks. It just teleports us. There's fast travel.
Agreed.
Yeah, so I think I need to talk to this person. I spoke with your son Olaf at the palisade. It seems the crane broke and it needs to be fixed. Oh, now did that fat fool lumber sit on it? Damn that idiot. I told him how much weight that thing could stand, and there's nothing to get past his full ears. And he's wailing like a babe. Can you fix it? Ah, if someone had bothered to tell me the problem sooner, I could have had it fixed right quick. In fact, ye could even do it. How? I keep spares, especially when the shipping season is in full swing. Take this crane wheel and just jam it into the crane. Should be ready to go without a hitch, alright. Okay. We are making some progress. I do have to say, I feel like I'm being used, but then again, I am a mercenary. Mercenary life is a hard life. And it doesn't even pay properly, man. Being mercenaries suck.
Of course.
Okay, so the dude is somewhere here. Okay, where is he? Oh, he's further down here. We have this wooden crane wheel, we might be able to fix the crane. Then do it! Place it at the end of the crane, and damn thing working again. Okay. I can do that. Ah, new day, new problems. The lumber's moving along, but it's only a matter of time before the new curse gets tossed in my way. You're welcome, lumber. Take care. I get it. He's dealing with lumber, and his name is Lumbar. So I kind of wanted to talk to the creepy dude that was over here, because I'm dealing with a ghost, and we have the follower of the god of death. So maybe this could, you know, he could tell us more about the lady there.
This better be... Of course. But what exactly do I get out of this?
Okay, so why this townsperson here? Townsperson, yes, this is a home, yeah, it is. I thought you should be returned here. Set him in peace. Is he at peace? Because it occurred to me, ordering your shady past in Comer, you might have brought this body here, so you could question it about where he stashes possessions. But what use would there be such a possession if I were to ask him such things? The dead cannot benefit from such things. But your mind is sharp, yes. I asked him of such things. Behind the fireplace, he said, in a narrow crack in the wall, that is where his god lies sleeping. Take it, it is yours, we shall say no more of it. Lowerbreg may tolerate your presence, Colin, but he won't tolerate you looting the dead here in Targos.
Ready and waiting. Of course.
I'm pretty sure I've already actually done that. Okay. Okay. I was just wondering if, you know, like, he could help me resolve the lady, the problem with the lady there. But no. I was hoping I would be able to talk to the lady and, you know, like, help her, because apparently she's not, like, at peace yet. I just don't know how to fix her.
Forward.
Okay, I believe I've helped this place a little bit, you know. Maybe the people here are gonna be better at, you know, surviving the upcoming shitstorm. Alright, let's talk to the dwarf. You know, half I kinda expected to just like walk deer and everyone being dead. I actually kinda expected that to happen, but no, it didn't happen, thankfully. Look at her, all patched up, waiting for a taste of goblin blood. Let's see the goblins try to break through through that. Ha! You did good, you did. Now, if I were ye, I get back to Shawford and see what the other errands he needs for ye for. Okay, done and done. This is going pretty well. Let me guess, I'm gonna go to Shawford, and that's when the attack begins. I'm telling you, we're gonna go inside here, we're gonna talk to our boss, and he's gonna be like, what was that noise? We go outside and battle begin.
Agreed.
You spoken to all up yet? Yep, we settled the matter of the wood shortage. Excellent. And just in time, another matter has cropped up that I need your assistance with. The archery captain stationed at the western wall, Isherwood, has requested more arrows for his men. Unfortunately, arrows are in short supply. Find him, see how many arrows he needs, then proceed to the Galloway trade depot. Return here when you've gotten Isherwood what he needs. Okay.
Onward.
How many do you need, buddy? I do kind of wish I could speed up the walking speed right now.
What? Well, this is somewhat beneath me.
Actually, Shawford sent us to see how many arrows you needed. Good, he'd forgotten us yet. How many? We need 15 score. We do. We haven't had a chance to ask that Galloway lass to send them through the gate, so we've been sitting here chomping at the bit and hoping Crail would send us a runner soon. So you need 300 arrows. So it tells me Daedry isn't going to like the number very much. I pray to tomorrow you find Daedry in a good mood. She's not like part with them arrows easy, especially after everything else we've taken from her. We'll see what can be done.
How can I help? At once.
Okay, so now we need... This is a lot of just running back and forth and doing jobs right now. This is not what I thought, what I signed up for. I signed up to kill goblins. But now I'm just being a poster boy. So yeah, I was just checking XP and, you know, like, obviously this is no Diablo or anything like that, you know, we are not gonna be leveling in, like,
Agreed.
every 5 milliseconds, thankfully. And yes, I'm saying thankfully because I do like I like to play a slow game every now and then. Not every game has to be Hollow Knight. Stretch. And I'm enjoying this because this is, you know, my first time playing this game.
Forward.
Well, she's not gonna be happy.
You know I'm your best. Of course. Lover.
Let's save the game. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna sell my crap to you. Anything else I wanna sell? I mean, I can I sell this dead cat? Why am I still carrying a dead cat, man? Okay, I'm gonna save. How much money do I have after all of that? Only 400. You're back, I see. Lots of folks around the town are talking about your bravery at the docks. Anything I can help you with? Actually, we have some requisition for more arrows at the palisade. What? Oh, no. Your little band of cutthroats that call themselves the Guard won't be confiscating another scrap of iron, wood, or cloth from me. They won't. They've ordinarily cleaned me out of except the rats. I understand your position, but without more arrows, Targos may fall to the next wave of goblin attackers. Targos is doomed as it is, goblins or not. Don't martyr Targos in my store. Don't you dare, not after all the bleeding they've done to me. Wow. And how dare you put your business before the welfare of Targos? Is this what you want your cause to be known for? The fall of Targos? Oh, you'll be sure to get plenty of business then. Don't twist my issue. Targos has been bleeding me dry for the past month, and I've been forced to take a loss after loss. You will lose more if goblins take the town. You may lose your life along with the townfolk. Either stand with them, earn their trust and respect, or you hold out on them and earn their anger when this conflict is over. Your choice. Very well. I will see to it that the arrows are delivered to the palisade at once. Farewell, Daedry. Pleasure doing business with you.
How can I serve? Agreed.
Having a bard in your team is amazing.
Agreed.
Maybe not in combat, but definitely outside of combat, having a bard is just 10 out of 10 experience. Like, seriously. I need to have bard more often in my teams. In like different D&D games and such. The problem is, most D&D games are set in, you know, they are in AD&D. And I'm not even entirely sure if Bard is a class in AD&D, and if it is, it's probably bad. Because in AD&D, you're either a fighter, or you are a wizard. And that's really it.
Agreed.
Ah, for fuck's sake, I click on the... There's like a little bit outside of the screen, where if I click, it just like shits itself, basically. Because I'm playing this is like in like the smallest window a single person could ever play a game at. Okay, no, probably not the smallest. There's probably, I can imagine smaller, but this is pretty small. Ah, look who's here. Welcome back, friend. Daedry sent the arrows to the wall like you asked. Thank you kindly. No problem, you sure would. We just wanted to make sure they've gotten to you all right. Well, look now, the old crow Crail can be a bit stingy when it comes to dishing out a coin to us here on the wall. But I wanted to pass along some thanks from me. I mean, I could use 300 arrows if you can spare them. Don't be daft. I'm talking about the flasks. Take them. They're burning oil, and they should help turn any clumps of goblins that are calling into the candles. Just be sure to aim right and try to keep the narrow place so the oil can do. Okay, lots of text. Alright, let's keep going. Okay, what else could you possibly give me as a job, man?
It shall be done.
Were you able to get Isherwood the arrows he needed? Yes, we came to an arrangement with Daedra Galloway. Isherwood has the arrows he needs. Excellent. I am in dire need of level-headed soldiers with initiative and solutions, and you are proving to be just that. I see Ulbricht's trust is not unfounded. Nestas is somewhat distasteful. We have a priest of Myrkul within the walls, and Ulbricht is charged with speaking to one of the goblins that fell during the last attack. Colum? I know of him. Yes. It was hoped he would question the creature's spirit and find out what it knows of the goblin troops in the region. If he could learn how many remain in the wilderness, or better yet, where the fortress can be found, it would prove invaluable. In any event, I need you to speak to Colum and see what he has gleaned from the goblin, and other men will not approach him. I'll go hunt him down then. Fetch quest! Fetch quest! Fetch quest! You know, I kinda wanna talk to this guy and be like, hey dude, can I like go, like, scout? Because that would be fun. Just like go out there, scout a bit. Oh man, it's fucking night, it's 23 Celsius. Damn cold out there. I come to Targos, start a new life, and already there's goblins trying to take it away from me. I know I could talk to someone about like going out there and scouting. Speaker of which, can you open the palisade gate for us? We wouldn't mind doing some scouting. I'm afraid I can't. Okay. So I cannot do anything. Well, let's go back to the dude. Man. This does take a while, doesn't it? Like, this game is really slow start for a D&D game.
Onward.
Anyway, I'll be right back, guys. I need to grab something to drink. I'm back. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of fucking dying over here because it's just that fucking hot. It really should not be 25 Celsius at night. At like almost 10 p.m. It's absolutely atrocious. I'm probably gonna be ending the stream pretty soon. I was hoping to at least like progress the story, but I didn't expect the entire story right now to be me just be fetch quests. Like, god, the start in this game kinda sucks. Like, it's kinda... Okay, the very start of this game was cool. But now we entered some World of Warcraft style fetch questing. Doesn't help that my microphone just took 5 clicks to unmute. So if you ever wonder why sometimes I forget to unmute, that's because I don't actually forget to unmute, I just don't assume that it takes 5 fucking clicks. Blue Yeti, everyone. Alright, let's continue. I at least wanna get to something, okay? It's hard, but I wanna at least get to fucking something.
Very well.
Yeah, let's talk to this guy again. Sharpwood Grail, blah blah blah. I fear to tell you what I have learned, which is to say precious little, yes. Yeah, we need something more. Okay, so we have a language barrier. I shall inscribe the words to you, yes, I shall have it sent... How? Oh, wait, you don't know the language though, how do you inscribe them? As always, I'm pleased to be of service when the coin is forthcoming, yes. So consider yourself with that, the coin is coming. Mercenaries.
Forward.
I'm surprised our characters don't know. But then again, Goblin is not actually a common tongue.
At once. At once.
Alright, let's keep going. Yes, he can speak Goblin, so he's sending a scroll with the Goblin's answers up to the palisade. You should expect it soon. Excellent. We'll wait for it then and see if one of the dwarves can make any sense of it. Now, your next assignment may prove difficult. Do you know Column's band? The Iron Column Mercenaries, I met them. They were deep into their cups in the salty dog. I want you to bring the Iron Column Mercenary band here to the palisade. I've been told they have failed to show up to their rotation on the wall, and action needs to be taken. If nothing else, an example needs to be made to keep discipline. What if things turn violent? Yeah, I would prefer they serve on the wall with other companies, but if they prove troublesome, you may deal with them as you see fit. Interrupt their leeches on Targos, and we may better all be without them. I'm on it, I will return them or without them. Where can I find them?
Forward.
Okay, we need to find the dudes. Yeah, last time I saw you were the dogs. Yeah, take me to the dogs. That will save me some time.
Very well.
Game is like Paladin, relies on several different attributes. Well, so do most melee fighters. And, you know, Cleric as well, you know. I'm honestly surprised I'm not rolling a fucking Cleric. Cleric is a classic, and I'm not rolling that whatsoever. It's happened with Druid.
Agreed.
Alright, time to deal with these motherfuckers.
Whatever you need, right?
Let's go. Like, I really wanted it to be longer than this, but
Yes.
I might just not be able to because my brain is cooking. My body is cooking. Everything's so hot. It's 20 fucking 4 Celsius
Onward.
at 10 p.m. Did you hear about the Goblin Raiders? There was a band of them loose inside the town. So what? Who else do you think you are? Butting into the tail? Yeah. Are you coming to the palisade or not? You're needed there. Yeah, and an old crowd wants us to escape up to the palisade, then we best do it then, shouldn't we then, man? Indeed, Frank Joffrey, I think Shawford would not mean to summon us unless the goblins were attacking the wall. Okay. Before we throw you out of here? I would take a little more care with your words. Once the guard learns of your alliance with the traitor Fine, you'll be the ones thrown out of the town, if you're not executed first. Traitor? The ragged fool? What are you talking about? Fine conspired to teleport a squad of goblins within Targos walls. The goblins killed several guardsmen and they nearly set fire to the docks. He's part of your band, which marks you all as traitors. But Fine hired us. He wasn't one of us. He meant no harm to Targos. We barely knew that stupid wizard. Shut up, Kickshaw. This dog was trying to scare us. He's targeted. I doubt Ulbrich will see it that way. In fact, your band's record of not reporting to a duty might even be considered proof of your ties with Fine. But we didn't know Fine was a traitor. We understand, I tell you. Kickshaw was right. The eye-colored band isn't a band of traitors. I will kill the man who says so myself. Then I will suggest you to report to the palisade at once. Report for duty would go a long way for proving your innocence. Alright. Tell that old crow Shawford. We'll report to the palisade. Besides, our coin is running low on here anyway. Wow. I'm getting the situation like really good. Like this entire thing is going so well. Like I honestly don't think I've done one terrible thing so far. We even got a lot of XP for this. To the palisade.
At once.
I don't understand why they don't let me fire the catapult. You know, I would love to shoot a catapult at least once in my life.
It shall be done.
Alright, what now? Yes, though they prove to be a stubborn bunch, I don't know how well they will serve, but they may stop a few goblin axes. You surprised me. Well done indeed. Now that they're accounted for, we will need to just... Did you hear that? Order the gate into the town sealed. Sound the alarm. Yes, sir. I must warn Ulbrich and gather the town forces. I need you to report to the palisade and drive those damn goblins back. If Tempest grants us victory, then meet me back here after the battle. Penance be damned. It is time, boys. Oh yeah, finally. Wow. Wow. They survive for like 5 seconds.
Surely.
Yes, good as done.
I'm always, I guess.
How may I be of assistance? Ustar Elender. Za
Speak your mind at once. Your command?
The battle. Oh, that's a lot of enemies, holy shit.
This time, actions must be
Holy
louder than
shit.
I'm here.
There's so many enemies.
Yield.
There's so many enemies, son.
Fear has been wounded. Ready and waiting. Very well.
You need to retreat, man.
I'm here.
How can I help?
Come on, shoot, shoot, shoot.
Time has come for war.
Hey, need me?
Every time they roll, there's a chance we will die.
How can I serve?
No, you guys.
Okay, what needs doing? I gotcha.
something you need done. No trouble at all.
Elendar. Ustar
Something
Elendeth.
interesting I
Za
petty task
Usta
indeed.
Elendeth.
You'll die my way.
Okay, we are doing pretty okay.
Yes. Agreed.
It's mighty evil. Probably gonna be very useful eventually. Ah, god damn it. Ah, god damn it. That's a lot of enemies.
Speak your mind. Forward.
So yeah, they never planned to like break through. They just teleported in, like cunts. Need some quick heals over here.
Usta qua may I help?
How may I best serve?
Okay, that we have to do for now.
Your command?
Cannot save.
Onward.
There's a lot of loot on the floor. Everybody do the dinosaur. Oh, we have some magical items even. I guess we have more arrows now that we didn't have before. Right, set up the group and let's keep going towards that big attack group over there. Okay, we need to give these to a wizard, who is hopefully gonna be better at this. Immune to panic and fear, spell power, can cast spell Beast Claw. Composite short bow +1. Oh shit, let's go. Oh, I can save? Fuck yeah, let's go. I was a little worried that like you wouldn't be able to save for this entire battle.
Yield.
I don't know where this guy's going. Oh, there's more enemies, okay.
Yes!
I am here.
Bring it on!
Turn!
Forward.
At least some of the soldiers are still alive.
Ready and waiting.
Ah, fuck. The person who's picking up everything has no more room in his inventory. Like actual room, as in the physical, conceivable room.
Of course. How can I serve?
Can I save? Yes, we can save. Let's go. Let's
Very
keep
well.
going. The battle. Okay, can I go there? Man, this is quite a battle. Alright, go in.
Before the coming of the drow, or pray for quick death.
Much we're doing this the nice way.
I'm here.
Yes?
Depart before the coming of the drow, or pray for quick death.
Guys, go and kill him. Go and kill him. Wow, that was loud.
Speak your mind. Forward.
Never mind, I'm just picking up items right now. Because, you know, there's no loot all buttons, sadly.
Onward.
That I know of, that is.
I am here. Very well.
Man, controlling this camera is a nightmare. Like an actual nightmare.
Fine, of course. Look,
Ready and waiting. Onward.
I will assist you in any way possible.
On it.
How can I help? At once.
Open fire, open fire.
Hey, you need me?
How can I serve?
I'm
Agreed.
glad the paladin actually doesn't care. Fuck.
Yes.
Ouch.
Is forfeit.
Fucking hell, this dude just refuses to die. Oh. He just protected himself from missiles.
Yes.
Okay.
Speak your mind.
That's
Very well.
fucked.
At your service.
you'll
Then
die
now,
mine.
Bell.
Something you need done. May I help? Gladly.
Oh god. This man just became pure cancer. This man just became the definition of cancer.
How may I best serve?
Okay, is there no way to like quickly click on a different like set of weapons? That's
I
kind of
don't
lame.
mind.
My life is yours, Iharis.
There's no reason to
Yes,
use
Iharis.
the actual thing.
I'll make this easy.
What?
What happened to you? Literally not the button I clicked, game. Also not the button I clicked. Blind. How many spells do you have, son?
I will assist you in any way.
Alright, now we have to go back. Ring button. There's so many buttons to remember. Also, music just
Your
vanished.
command?
What is your thing? She's still held.
Yes.
Yes?
You know I'm your best.
I don't think I have any more, like, heals. Okay, we have a ring here. And we have a scroll. Ring of mage armor. I mean, that's for selling, really. But yeah, I do have to say, this was kinda massive. Like, so much bigger than I expected. It also doesn't help that, like, we just don't have anything. We just don't have any of the usual weapons or anything that we would probably be, we are probably supposed to be using right now. And you know, I'm playing this on a screen the size of a peanut.
I choose. I don't mind.
Ah, there we go. We can finally use her. Okay, time to do some inventory
I'm
management.
here.
I'm gonna put all of the arrows on one person and all of the bolts on our only person who actually uses bolts. Because we did get the arrows back when thinking about it. I hate the fact that this guy's inventory is full. Everyone needs a ranged weapon. Just in case we get into a situation where we need a ranged weapon no matter what. A whispering staff. Oh. Okay, we have a magical staff finally. There's a scroll case. Is this? Mouse, please! I just need to. Okay, whatever. Potion bag. And this is scroll case. Go. Just making sure. There we go. Just making sure that we have everything needed. God, so many weapons. Okay, I will save now that we actually can.
Ready and wait. Agreed.
This fight was a mess. And we are definitely wounded after it, and we've gone through most of our supplies. God, all of these people died. They were so bad. Like, we basically soloed the entire battle. For the most part. Man, imagine building like walls and everything only for enemies to just teleport in.
Of course.
You saved us.
I'm always ready. This won't be a problem.
The goblins have been driven back for the time being. You've done well, and I have sent our runners to tell Lord Ulbrich of our victory, and your part in it. If you haven't already, you should report to Lord Ulbrich at your earliest convenience. I am sure he will want to congratulate you personally. Okay, I guess we will seek him out. We need healing. Can I get some healing? Oh my god, yes. Free healing. I kinda needed it because we have not rested yet. There's been zero resting. No long rest, no short rest, no nothing.
At once.
Thank God for holding the palisade. Without you, we would have been overwhelmed.
Something interesting.
I mean, I'm glad you realize it. Because yes, if it wasn't for us, you would be dead now. All of you. Where were you when we
I have
needed you?
heard of your brave deeds in Targos' defense. You have served Targos with distinction and valor, and you have my gratitude. I fear we have been granted only a temporary reprieve, however. We still don't know what is driving this horde to attack Targos' walls. Oswald Fiddlebender, our aerial scout, has been scouting the region in his airship, and he has discovered some unsettling news about the horde. It seems the goblins that attacked Targos were only the advance raiding party of a much larger force. Their main force has taken Shanegarn Bridge, which is ill news. Let me see your map. I will mark its location for you. Here is Targos, and Shanegarn Bridge is just to the south. The Neverwinter troops plan to use this bridge to cross the river, but as long as the goblins hold it, the reinforcements from Neverwinter cannot cross the river to aid us. I need you to find some way to retake the bridge from the goblinoids. Without the reinforcements from Neverwinter, Targos will be overrun. Oswald has reported that the trail to Shanegarn is choked with goblin troops. His suggestion, and I agree, is that a small party might be able to make its way up the frozen river to the bridge and take the enemy forces by surprise.
Okay, seems reasonable enough.
Head north, past the Palisade Gate. I think you will find it open after the goblin attack. Once there, you can travel straight to the Shanegarn. I have marked the location on your map.
Okay, so are there any goblin troops on the Shining Bridge?
From what Oswald has told me, I don't believe so. I suspect the Horde has their main fortifications somewhere else in the region, but my scouts have been unable to determine where.
Where am I supposed to drink? See, I'm drinking a lot because it's hot. You know, it's a horrible weather right now. So how do we get to the Shanegarn?
Head north, past the Palisade Gate. Not yet. I had hoped after the attack on the Palisade, Emilia and Braston would have sent word. Still, they've survived worse, so I hold out hope for their success.
Can you tell me anything about the airship?
Ah, a curious tale, that. 2 months ago, we sighted that airship over Mare Dwalden. and it made a forced landing here in Targos. We helped the shipbuilder Oswald Fiddlebender make the necessary repairs, and just in time. I'll be the first to admit I don't know what the little fellow's rattling on about half the time, but he's been invaluable as an aerial scout.
So any news on the reinforcements? We kinda need them.
Until the Shanegarn is retaken, we can expect little news from them. We'll have to deal with the goblins at the bridge as best we can.
Fuck.
How can I serve? It
So
shall be done.
basically, we cannot do much. We were able to help Valin. He's been cured and has regained consciousness. That is welcome news indeed. Was he able to tell you what happened? He has attempted to use his sight to find a goblin fortress, but some powerful magic blocked his vision and prevented him from awakening. I had not thought a goblin shaman or sorcerer could have erected such a barrier, especially for such a sizable goblin force. That is ill news indeed. In any event, Targos is again in your debt. I'm just glad of all in well. In time, he should make full recovery. Please, take these as payments. It is the least I can offer you. The tenants of my faith preclude me from accepting this much wealth. Oh no! Oh, we leveled. Just so many items I could use, man. Just so many items I could use, I just don't have the cash for it. Most of these items are so expensive. Like, amulet, a simple amulet of protection +1 is just beyond expensive right now. Okay, some of our characters have leveled. You know, obviously the fighter. Silently, so he's not completely useless at it. Still cannot upgrade the weapons. I mean, out of all of these, power attack might as well. Could be useful in the future. Rogue. Love. Disable device. You know, you just need to slowly grow these extremely important skills. Oh, there we go. Dash, deflect arrows, dirty fighting. Oh, that's kind of funny. So, this character is not gonna be critting very often. Hamstring. Ooh. Yeah, mobile. Slowly she's getting better at it. Druid. Yeah, animal empathy, let's go. Armor proficiency is so useless. Blind fight, combat casting. Dodge. Extra wild shape. Hmm. Well, Panther would be pretty good. A boring beetle. Oh, I don't want to be a boring beetle. I want to be a fun beetle. Like made out of rainbows and shit, man. Bow it is. It may be simple, but it's not bad. There we go, something interesting. Heroic inspiration. Ah. And these feats are kind of boring. Wow, these feats are mega boring. I'm so used to Pathfinder, I completely forgot how this actually works, man. You know what? That would help. Maybe actually do songs. Sleep spell. Might as well take it. Na 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 na. Ah yes, we have level 2 spells finally. So what do we have here? Alicorn lands, excuse me. Wow, that's kinda cool. I will take this, yo. Any kind of summoning spell sounds like a pretty good idea. Boop. Okay, bark skin is always a good idea. Nothing here. Nothing there. So no level 2 spells. But we now have Cure Light Wounds, Mage Armor, and Sleep. One day the Paladin is gonna get some spells as well. Right now it is not the Paladin's, you know, important thing.
Yes? Of course. Of course.
Alright, let's go. I'm gonna save before we go to the next area, and that's gonna be it for today. We are gonna be fighting, we are gonna be fighting over a bridge, apparently. I'm probably gonna name the next episode Bridge Too Far or something. Boy, that takes a while.
It shall be done.
Oh, now we have guards here.
This won't be a problem.
Speak your mind. It shall be done.
Okay, we're outside the palisades. We made it. Okay, before that, I kinda wanna like go around and maybe have a look-see. I can't actually. I'm trying, but I cannot. But yeah, that was... So yeah, today's session was kinda boring, but it actually got really exciting at the end. And for a couple fights, I actually wasn't entirely sure if we are gonna be able to survive them. But yeah. I'm gonna drop a save here and be like... Stream. 002. Boop. And I'm also gonna be like... Save point. There we go. And yeah. Man. It actually got pretty good. See, when this game wants to, it's actually really exciting. Like, mega exciting. You know, it definitely has that Icewind Dale energy where it just throws a metric shit ton of enemies at you and it's like, yep, have fun, figure it out, boy. And I was like, ah, shit! That got a little spicy, especially because the screen is so small and I couldn't control it properly. Anyway, I would like to thank you all for watching. Make sure to follow me on my Twitch and subscribe to me on my YouTube channel. I upload videos every day and I stream every day if I can do anything about it. Also, we have a Discord server. If you want to join the server, send me a message in any way, shape or form. I will send you a link to it. It's a small community, but a wonderful one. But yeah, I wish you a great day and afternoon, whatever 60 hearts one, and good night.